Save your breath was an understatement. This week's episode should have been titled Poor Mouse, as the girls mentally torture their friend by keeping her birthday party a secret before she's actually tortured by Bloody Rose. The episode starts with Mouse telling the girls about the unknown caller and the threatening video chat, the other girls realizing they all got calls from an unknown number too. Mouse suggests the calls could be from anybody since she found that the girls' numbers have been posted on the Spooky Spaghetti website. She reassures the group she's reached out to the site to have their numbers taken down and brings up the small matter of her birthday being Saturday. The liars all pretend to not realize her birthday is coming up and say that they shouldn't have a party because of the risk, which is such an unnecessary lie that makes Mouse question if her friends even like her. The girls are planning a surprise party, but you don't have to lie and say you aren't having any party. You could just act like you're doing something small and low-key, and the surprise could be that it's actually something big. At the church, Pastor Malachi and Mrs. Beasley deliver the news that Sandy has gone to spend the summer on the Cape with her family. He frames it as according to Mrs. Quinn, but I doubt that. Kelly jumps at the chance to take Sandy's part, and her mother gives a nod of approval. Then Mrs. Beasley hands out flyers for Redemption House and says we all must do our part to save those who are worthy. Worthy of what? Worthy of Rose's love? Despite telling the girls earlier in the episode that Jen was good people, Noah has to cover for her at work when it's discovered that the register is $20 short. When she's confronted, Jen downplays her theft, saying that she and her mom need the money. Financial insecurity does make somebody easier to recruit, and isn't that how Sarah Harvey got involved with Cece? For the money? Christian invites Tabby over to his house and immediately shows her his basement, which is very established for somebody who just moved to town. When he runs upstairs, Tabby snoops into a small locker that's conveniently left slightly open and finds an A mask and a Bloody Rose mask. Freaked out, she rushes out. Christian later explains that he made the masks before he knew Tabby. So I'm confused. When did he make them? Because he supposedly just moved to Millwood from New York before starting work at the movie theater. His basement doesn't seem like one of somebody who just moved to town, but even if that part isn't a lie, does that mean he was interested in the Millwood massacre before moving to Millwood? And why would his parents want to move to Millwood given what happened? It's just not adding up. When Mouse successfully gets the girls' numbers taken down from the website, she's really excited to bring up having a party again, but the girls still turn her down even though she's clearly upset by it. It's so hard to watch because she's just left thinking that her friends don't like her and don't care about her. So she tells Ash how depressed she is, and he gives in and tells her that her friends are planning a surprise party but won't give her any other details. On one hand, it does feel like he tells her about the party because of how upset she is, but on the other, I'm suspicious of him, and I think it's awfully convenient that he only tells her there is a surprise party, because later, when Grandma tells her it's time to go, Mouse readily goes with her, believing that she's being taken to her party. And possibly important to note, Mouse asks her grandma if one of her friends told her to do this, and her grandma says yes. That might not mean that one of Mouse's actual friends, the liars or Ash, told her, but it could mean that it was a teen who gave Lola the instructions. What teen? I don't know. Grandma Lola takes Mouse to an out-of-business Rosie Ricotta's, where she discovers a note saying, "This is your birthday test. A final girl must escape any death trap. You hide, I seek." Mouse rushes to leave, but the doors have been chained shut from the outside, meaning there's at least two people involved. Somebody acting as Bloody Rose looking for Mouse inside the building, and somebody who locked the doors from the outside. Right? Or maybe not. It's hard to know after watching Cruel Summer, where things seemed to be clues, but then turned out to be bad writing and plot holes. After Mouse sees Bloody Rose moving through the games room, not limping like the Bloody Rose that Imogen saw at the bus stop, she hides in a cabinet in the kitchen until smoke fills the room and she rushes to escape the burning building by climbing out of a vent. Ash shows up to the pawn shop, telling Grandma Lola he's there to pick up Mouse. When she says that she's already dropped her off, he questions where. But does he know? Like, why didn't he pick her up way earlier? The party's been going on for a while, and it just feels like he could be involved because this timing is not working out for me. And he brings a bouquet of flowers, which could be missing a single rose. Ash texts the girls to let them know what's up, and they all rush to Rosie Ricotta's to find Mouse having barely escaped, saying it's starting again. I don't know what to think because Bloody Rose previously targeted the couple that was going to hook up in her shack and Sandy who was going to hook up with Greg despite Kelly. So why would the same Bloody Rose target the liars and especially Mouse? What has Mouse done in the eyes of Bloody Rose? The test set up for her referring to her as a final girl doesn't align with the religious interpretation of Bloody Rose. So are we dealing with two Roses, multiple villains taking on the Bloody Rose persona to enact their own agenda? Maybe, because so far I'm getting conflicting clues. So let me know any clues that you noticed or any theories you have down in the comments.